Hey, what's happening out there, everybody? Hope everyone had a great weekend. Enjoying another week. Here we go. Time to make shit happen and get out and crush some goals and attack your list and make sure you're hitting those $100 an hour jobs and not focusing all your attention on those $10 an hour jobs, right? Do yourself a favor and do a time audit. Delegate off all those little jobs that keep bogging down your time and kind of like putting out tons of little tiny fires here and there, and focus on the big stuff. All right, so we had an awesome sales machine call last week. We had some really great mentorship calls last week, and I spoke with literally dozens of gym owners last week, both on variety of Zoom calls and personal one-on-one coaching calls. And everybody's number one, leads, right? Everybody wants, how do I get more clients? How do I get more customers? How do I drive leads to the gym, right? And that's coming from your marketing. And there's no question that most people will default to financial mechanisms when money's tight, time is tight, and such. And people think that if I could just get X amount of customers, then everything will be okay, right? And that's just this, kind of like builds up this anxiety of, if I can do this, or if I get this, or if I have this, then I'll have that, or I'll get this, or I'll do this, right? So it's like, I'm always looking for something now to pay for something in the future, right? And, a great mindset and personal development coach, Mike DeSanti, that I worked with for the better part of a year last year, really helped redirect the thought process there, because you can't control that. And that's just that's just putting anxious thoughts in your head. And I also think that the problem isn't always getting new clients, because again, we've talked about it many times, if you don't have the systems to support more clients, generally what that's going to do is lead to more chaos, right? And less time and putting out more fires, right? So if you have 50 clients and no systems, you might be able to manage them all. If you have 100 clients and no systems, you're going to be in trouble, right? So so everybody gets caught up on this marketing thing, like, the holy grail that's going to fix everything in the gym business is getting more clients, right? And making more money. And although that's partially true, right? Money is a great equalizer in a lot of ways, right? But you want to make sure that you have your back end shored up. Now, there's three things that I call the trifecta in the gym business. Now, we've talked about the big three. The big three is, no systems, not paying themselves enough money, and not delegating time properly, right? Those are the big three in terms of gym owner problems. The trifecta of success in the gym business that'll never go out of style ever, right? That no matter what marketing funnel, no matter how great your emails are, no matter what, right? No marketing funnel in the world, the greatest Facebook ads known to man, done by, Mark Zuckerberg himself, okay, will never replace, right, bad coaching, bad culture, and a non-attention to detail when it comes to customer service and needs. All right, so if you want to be a great gym, the very first things that you should look at are you good at what you do? Are you providing great coaching and attention to detail when it comes to getting results? Are your classes, your one-on-one training, your small group training, your tracking of data when it comes to strength and conditioning data, and are you obtaining credible, consistent results with your clients, right? And you're delivering a training experience that has progressions and regressions, not a workout. That's number one, okay? So if you're still delivering, daily WODs, and you're going into the gym and just throwing up a cool workout, or you're not progressively planning your training sessions well ahead of time, that has to be fixed first, right? Because again, why add more clients to a broken system or a broken training program, right? The training program has to be great, right? Everything at Varsity House is planned weeks and months in advance, right? All athlete training systems are planned for 13 weeks. All adult training systems are planned for 4 to 8 weeks in advance, right? And everything has a progression, a regression, a theme, and key indicators for each block that we're trying to obtain, right? And so that's one. Two is a feverish, want to provide great customer service, right? To treat people with amazing respect, to make people smile, to do all the little things that make them feel great about wanting to be part of your gym, providing community experience, having barbecues, have fun theme workouts, sending people cards, and just being generally positive and awesome in all ways, and acknowledging that the customers are paying for service and that they have the right to complain and the right to speak their minds when they're paying for something. And you have to treat that such and accordingly, right? As opposed to being adversarial, which is what I see a lot in the gym industry, making sure that the clients are, first and foremost, that their needs are met and that you are doing a phenomenal job with your customer service and having customer service protocol in place for your staff and your people to follow. What happens if somebody comes and complains about a membership being billed or misbilling? What happens if somebody complains about the gym being dirty? What happens if somebody complains about another client that maybe said something to them during a class or something like that? What do you do, right? Having those things, acknowledging customer service is a real key to longevity in the gym business, right? Because as you grow, customer service issues are going to grow with it, right? No matter what. When you had 50 people, easy to deal with. Hey man, just be cool. Sorry, so sorry to have it. 200 people, there's going to be customer service issues coming at you from all different angles. Okay, so number one, training system. Number two, customer service, right? And that's a really big issue, right? Customer service. I see one area where people aren't really doing that. And then last but not least is your internal culture, the culture amongst your staff, right? Do they clearly understand who you are as a business? Do you have your mission, your vision, your goals set up? Do you have a clear path for growth for your employees? Do they see the vision, right? How do you treat each other, right? Are you an adversarial boss? Are you a condescending boss? Do you come in and take little jabs at people? Do you is there a great back-end culture where your employees treat each other and therefore the clients with respect and dignity and such like that, right? Because it's super important. What type of culture do you breed within your gym amongst your staff and people? And when I look at gyms, I look at the big three, which we talked about: systems, money, and time, right? What are you doing with it? And then I look at the trifecta. What's your culture look like? What does your training system look like, right? And what customer service policies do you have in place, right? And if I can fix some of those things quickly, right? Whether it's maybe a lot of gyms they've never had a team meeting, right? Okay, so let's start having team meetings. That creates a culture change. That creates a shift where now people have to get in front of other people, speak. You get together, you share ideas. Maybe the person maybe somebody was aggravated about something that you changed in the gym and they never got to voice their opinion, and now in a meeting they do, right? So you'd be surprised. The team meetings are a big thing. Just having a conscious acknowledgement of your culture and how you're going to, this is how we do business at Varsity House, this is how we treat our clients, and this is how we treat each other, and any deviations from that is considered unacceptable, right? So again, nobody's going to yell and scream at an employee in my gym, and nobody's going to yell and scream at a client, right? So no employee has the right to flip out on another employee or anything like that, right? That's grounds for dismissal. All right. Now, if there's an issue or a problem, we're going to handle it instantly, like immediately, right? And that stuff doesn't fly in the gym, right? And so little things like that, right? And just how we treat each other, and again, being team players and helping each other and lifting each other up and bringing each other up and sharing knowledge and those types of things, super important. So distinction, big three: